next member, Mr. Posey.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I think it's clear that the hearts of every member aches for the experiences that the indirect investors have suffered. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. I think we also ache because despite the fact that Mr. Mercopoulos tipped the SEC off almost a decade ago to the fact that Madoff was trying to pull a Social Security-like Ponzi scheme off, they ignored him, and he was allowed to do it, and allowed to do it, and allowed to do it. And although I don't think it's realistic to expect that we can ever have laws that guarantee people won't become criminals and they won't try and exploit other individuals, the deterrent to that is swift and sure punishment. And I'm very sad to say that to this day, despite the numerous inquiries, the testimony, the investigations, I don't know that anyone at the SEC has had the wrist slapped yet. I don't even know that there's been a verbal reprimand. I don't think anybody's been fired. We just don't know how they've addressed it. And you know, the only way to deter criminal activity, I mean, you police it the best that you can, and when you find it, you must have swift and sure punishment. Even if the government's in on it, you still must have swift and sure punishment if you want to deter bad activity in the past. You already made it illegal to perform bad activity. We've got plenty of laws there right now that were violated. Madoff wouldn't be any less or any more of a crook if we have another couple of books of statutes piled up that he violated. The damage was done. Could not have been much worse, I don't think. But I think we need to focus on having a day of reckoning for that kind of bad behavior, which seems to have permeated industry. They referred to Enron earlier. I mean, the whole reason that this economy is in the dumps that it is now and that future generations, in addition to this, are facing the uncertainty that they are now, boils down to just one word, and that's greed. It's a lack of respect for the process. It's a lack of respect for your fellow man. It's a lack of respect for your investors. It's a lack of respect for everybody. It's putting the dollar first. And a lot of people have a right to be greedy, but they don't have a right to steal from other people. And so until we see that, besides just one man, Bernard Madoff, until we see that there's justice dealt out for everybody who is culpable in letting him pull off that scheme, it's just going to encourage more activities of the same, despite how many laws that we enact. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield.